Hey guys, my name is Joe and this is my Craps Master journey. Let's make it yours too. Today what we're going to do is we're going to be starting off our top 10 tournament. I picked 10 crap strategies that were very popular on YouTube, and we're going to break down, we're going to actually pair them up or go head to head with the different strategies. We're going to do a top 10 double elimination tournament. Today what we're going to do is we're going to do Casino Quest Pathfinder. My goal is just to kind of break the strategy down, talk about it a little bit, and I will do these live streams probably on Wednesdays and Fridays. On Friday I'll break down the second strategy that will be actually going head to head on this coming Monday. Kind of confusing, so we're going to do 2 live streams. One live stream will break down one strategy, the second one will do the second strategy, and then the third day actually will be a recording, but I'll do a live rollout and we'll go head to head and then we'll see how they actually pair against each other, and then we'll try to go through a tournament and we'll work our way up to a first place winner. The first strategy, like I said, we're talking about today is Casino Quest. It's Pathfinder. This is one that David had brought out. I put a link in the description to see the original video. But basically what Pathfinder is, we start off, is for a random shooter. And it's not used on yourself. I guess you could use it on yourself if you wanted. You could do a pass line. But the way that David in Casino Quest had set it up is that he has no pass line and no do not pass. So basically what he's looking at is he's looking at something, getting a point on something. Let's say the point is on 5. And then from there what he does is he goes, in the video he did 32 across, we're going to go 64 across, simply because most of the tables nowadays are going to be $10 tables, or 15 even, and you can very easily make this a $15 table if you wanted. So we had a come out row. We didn't put anything on the pass line or don't pass line. This would be actually the second row that would be coming out. And basically what we're going to do is when the dice land on a number, we'll actually take that number off and then we'll spread the profits out. So let's look at this right now. Right now we're hoping to get a 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, or 10. But if we get a 7, that would actually clear everything out. So that 7 would lose. Let's just roll this out once here. And we have a 6. So basically what they're doing is we have 2 units on there. And that's $12. A 6 would pay 14. Okay. So what David does is, give me 1 second here. Gotta get a chip rack. So what David does is he'll take off the place bet that we had on there, since 8 was rolled. I'm sorry, 6 was rolled. He'll take the place bet off, and then what he'll do is he'll split up the profits and spread them out on the table. So let's go up 1 unit on the 8. So we'll go from 2 units to 3 units. And we'll put a unit on the 9. And then what I will do is I will drop $2 and we'll go up on 5. So essentially what we did is we have 3 units now on the 5, 8, and 9, which will hopefully bring in more money should those numbers hit. Okay, we'll give it another roll. Okay, the options here would be either a 7 or one of these numbers being hit, or as we just had right here, we have a craps number that just hit. So that would do nothing for the strategy. And we have a 7, so 7 would clear it out. Ultimately, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get 3 hits. Once you have 3 hits, you take everything down, and then you'll actually go back up with 64 cross, which is basically essentially our profits that we made. So let's try this again once. We'll just roll it out, and if we can't get it to go rolling out decent, what we'll do then is I'll just walk it through. Okay, so on the come out roll, he has no don't pass, no pass line. All of our bets are off right now. And we have a point of 6. Just move that over to the 6. At this time, we would turn our bets on. And we are 64 crossed. And we have a 2, 1, 1, 2. That would do nothing for the strategy. And we have a 4, 2, 2, 4. So we have 2 units on there. $10 pays 18. Okay, so according to the strategy, he would take this off, and then we'll spread the rest of the bets here. So let's bring our 8 up 1 unit. Let's bring our 6 up 1 unit. And we'll rack $1, and then we'll put this one on the 9. So now we have 3 units on the 6, 8, and 9. Obviously, when you are pressing your numbers up, try to start with the inside and work your way out. Obviously, because the 6 and the 8 are going to hit 5 different times versus 4 different times versus 3 different times. So looking at the board now, what we did is the 4 hit. So we have no place bet on the 4. We spread the wealth across, and we actually had the chance to rack a little bit. Okay, then we have a 6, 3, 9. Okay, again we have 3 units on there. 3 times 7 is 21, so that'll pay out $21. Okay, we would rack the 9. This is our second hit. I'm just going to put these out here just so we know. It's our second hit. And then we'll spread this out again. So let's go up another unit on the 8. We'll go up 1 unit on the 5, 1 unit on the 10. And then I'm going to drop $1, and we'll go up a unit on the 6. So we went up 1 unit all the way across the board. So we have 4 units on the 6 and 8. And we have 3 units on the 5 and 10. Okay, so preferably, or hopefully, we hit another number here. And we did not. We got a 7. So that will clear everything out. It's kind of an interesting strategy because we can make a lot of money or we can lose it. Remember, we started with 64 crossed, and we lost all the money on the board here, and we essentially banked $25. So we'll be down roughly $19, $20. I'm sorry. 25, 64, roughly $40. Try this one more time. Okay, and this time I'm going to walk through without rolling dice. So again, luck is off, bets are off, and we're going to do the rollout. So let's say we roll a point of 9. So our point will be 9. Now we would turn our bets on. We were 64 crossed. And let's say that we roll an 8 right now. Okay, there's 2 units on the 8. So 12 pays 14. Okay, we would take this off and we would spread the wealth up here. So So let's go 1 unit on the 6, 1 unit on the 9. We'll drop 2, and we'll change it in for a nickel. Okay, so that was roll number 1. And we'll go over here on the 5. So now we have 3 units on the 5, the 6, and the 9. Okay, let's say we roll the dice again, and this time we get a 10. Again, we have 2 units on the 10. That'll pay us $18. Okay, we would take this off, and then we would spread the wealth again. So let's go 1 more unit on the 6. Now we have 4 units on there. We'll go 1 unit on the 9. Again, we'll have 4 units on there. 1 unit on the 5, and that's 4 units. And then we have a choice now. We can either drop $3 more and we can bring the 4 up, or we can just rack it. Since the 4 is on the end, I personally would choose just to rack it. Okay. Now let's say we have a third roll, and the third roll is let's say a 5. We have 4 units on a 5. That would pay $28. So I'm just gonna drop some nickels right now. 1, 2, 5, and 3 singles. Okay. So we want the 8. I'm sorry, with the 5. So that paid the $28. Now at this time we would take everything down, because that was our third hit. And then I would go back, in the video David has, you can either just rack everything, leave it play out, wait for the 7 to come out, or you can do some kind of pressing scheme. I am going to go with a half press. So our profits on this is approximately $65. So that would put us at 64 across level. Okay, so we're essentially back where we kind of started. So that's our profit, and we have $65 in our rack. Okay, from here we would roll it out. No, we're not going to go with 527 right now, so I'm going to show you what we're doing. We got 325. Okay, so this again would pay 12. 10 would pay 12. Okay. I'm sorry, 10 would pay 14. So then what we'll do is we'll half price it. So let's go, let's bring our 6 up 1 unit. Okay, and then I would rack the rest. And this is where the profit actually starts coming from with the roll. Okay, and we got a 6, 4, 10. Okay, 2 units pays $18. And we'll half press this again. Since we didn't do a full half press last time, let's bring our 8 up 1 unit. And let's go with the 9 1 unit. We'll rack the rest then. Okay. So you can kind of see how after a few presses here, this would actually start building up. We got 3 units on the 6, 6 rolled, 3, 3, 6 rolled. So that's going to give us 21. And again, we'll half press. Let's go up on our 5, and let's take the 8 up 1 unit. So now we have 4 units on the 8. We'll rack the other $10 here. Okay, and then we would have a 7 else, so everything else would move then on this. So that's how the strategy goes. So basically what we're doing is no pass line, no don't pass on the come out roll. On the second row we're going to go 64 across. After the first hit, so we'll go 64 across. After the first hit, the single points here, we would take this off, we would pay it out, and then we would press it across. So let's go here, here, and I would drop $2 and a nickel, and it would put it over here. Second hit, let's say it lands at a 9, that would pay out. We would collect this, and then we would spread out from there. So that's 221. Let's go 5, 4, 3, and 3 here on 8. So everything got 1 in it in that one. And then the third hit, let's say it's 5. We would take everything down off a third hit, and then we would go back up for 64 across, and then we would half press after that. So anyhow, like I said, this is the kind of introductory video to our 10 strategy tournament. On Friday, I'm going to go through the HCS hybrid from Hawaii Crap Shooters, and I'll kind of break that down. That's a little bit more of a complex strategy. It has several different parts involved with it. And then on Monday, we will actually pair up the Pathfinder versus the hybrid. The reason I'm doing these videos now is so that way I don't have to sit down and explain it. We can just roll it out, and we'll go 5 shooters, and we'll see which ones actually comes out ahead, and then we'll move on in a tournament. Again, this could be a double elimination tournament. So you're gonna have, each strategy will have at least 2 times to win and go through to the next round. Again, I want to thank Casino Quest, David especially, for bringing this strategy to YouTube. They are a quality site, and I highly recommend, if you're not a member or if you've not subscribed to their channel, please do so. Make sure you watch all their videos because they have a ton of information on their site. And a lot of it's very entertaining. Also, David is a very, very unique individual. And they also have a place down in Las Vegas, their own business, where they actually, you can rent time at their tables. They have slots. They have basically everything you would see in a casino they have there, and it helps. I believe they do it so they can help train you. You can help learn the game, strategies, shooting, all these different things. And you would rent it out by the hour, that's what my guess is. Someday I will have the opportunity, hopefully, to come down and meet those guys in their business in Vegas. If you like this video, make sure you guys hit the like button, obviously. Make sure you subscribe and leave some comments here, guys, so I know what you guys are looking for. My name is Joe, and this is my Craftsmaster journey. Let's make it yours too.